David Clendon.
I want to talk about a group of New Zealanders that have already been mentioned this afternoon by none other than our Corrections Minister Tolley. This is a group of people who have variously been called the forgotten victims of crime, the orphans of justice, the unseen victims of the prison boom. I want to talk about the 20,000 plus young New Zealanders whose one of their parents, is currently in prison. So on any given day we have over 20,000 young people in this situation, and we are doing very little to meet their current needs, their very severe present day needs, and we're doing arguably even less to try and secure for them a better and safer future, to steer them away from following the line of that parent who may be incarcerated. So the Minister's attention might have been brought to the Herald article. I don't know if before seeing that article she knew that this week is actually Children of Prisoners Week, and it's a good time to acknowledge the NGOs. Groups like Pillars, Kapo Whakaho, who work constantly and very hard and very effectively to try and provide services to these neglected kids, to try and mitigate some of the suffering, some of the burdens on those kids and their families. Before I talk more about that, I must respond directly, though, to some of the comments the Minister made earlier. She was very thrilled to announce that she's saving $170 million on building this prison at Wiri. I'm really fascinated by the arithmetic there. The Minister has told us the total cost will be to the order of $840 million. Serco, the private contractor who will run the prison, have proudly announced to the British London Stock Exchange that they expect revenues of $30 million over 25 years. My arithmetic gives that a figure of $750 million of revenue, leaving about $90 million to construct that prison. We know the average cost of a prison is around $400,000 per bed, allowing that when one can by the scale of the prison, you can reduce that cost. Are we seriously expected to believe that that prison is to be built for $90 million? We'd love the Minister to table the contract, show us the numbers, be a little transparent about what is actually going on in Wiri and the real cost to New Zealand, not only the social but the financial cost. The Minister was thrilled to note that her beloved private prison has been acknowledged as treating families and children visiting inmates better. This government has had within its power for 4 long years the ability to intervene in terms of the conditions facing visitors to prisons. Is it beyond their collective wit to realise the application of some paint, some toy boxes, some colouring books and crayons for children could actually break some of the fear and some of the trauma these kids experience every time they walk into those very forbidding, very hostile places? I've visited the prisons and I'd encourage more members of the government to do so. Visiting rooms with rows of plastic chairs bolted to the floor, no privacy, no provision for children, no distraction for them while their parents endeavour to maintain a relationship with the imprisoned partner. We know that on average a couple where one of them enters prison, typically a man, a relationship might survive for some 18 months on average. Anybody sentenced to more than that is likely to come out to find their relationship is gone. The children have lost their father or indeed their mother. The mother has lost her partner, an income earner. This is an intolerable situation, and it is unacceptable that the NGOs are doing a great deal more than government agencies to actually remedy the situation that is confronting these young people. So there are major differences in visiting and policies from one prison to another. Why is it that a family, the partner to visit a prisoner in one place has a very different experience from another? The very least we could do is improve the situation when these young people and their parents are visiting inmates. We do very little to protect the health and well-being of children of prisoners. We do very little to support their partners. We know that their educational outcomes will be way below optimal. We know they'll suffer serious health and psychological health traumas. We know all the evidence comes to us that says that these are some of the most disadvantaged young people in New Zealand. We are doing very little for it. It is shameful. We need to do more. Kia ora.
Dr. Cam Calder.
The Chinese